Hi. Let's find a nice, juicy, supportive, restorative yoga pose today. So I have one yoga bolster, one blanket, and 2 yoga blocks. You can use pillows, blankets, other types of blocks, boxes, empty crates, even a couple big books, which will make more sense in just a moment here. So I'm going to start by taking my bolster long ways on my mat near the top. And I want to start with just one block on the shortest setting underneath the top part. I'm going to bring the back of my pelvis right up next to the bottom of this bolster, and I'm going to lie back over it and take a moment to just kind of check in and see how it feels. So supporting myself with my arms as they come down, noticing how it feels in the spine. And then as I let my arms relax out to the side, also noticing how it feels in the fronts of the shoulders. So I think I'm actually going to bring mine up a little bit higher and see how it feels. So I'm going to take one of my blocks now to the highest setting at the very back of my mat, and another of my blocks to the medium setting. So I'm creating a support for my bolster as I bring it back. If you are using pillows at home, your pillow isn't going to have enough sturdiness to be supported by yoga blocks. So for that, you could play with just making a big stack of pillows and blankets and bringing it to whatever angle feels right for you. So I'm going to try this out. I'm going to bring back my pelvis. All right, support myself. Okay, I think that feels good. I'm going to let my arms draw out to the side. Okay, now I'm going to find some support for my legs. So upper body is going to be a little bit like a supported fish, but a little higher. So restorative, looking for more restful toward our props rather than a deep stretch. And we're going to combine what looks a little bit like a supported fish pose, or sometimes called a variation of cosmic throne, with a reclined bound angle. So I'm going to make a noodle, long roll. I'm going to lay it across the inner parts of my heels and ankles, and then I'm going to tuck it under outer part of my lower leg. And again, I'm just going to come back and take a moment to check in. Oh, I can already see I need to move myself back a little further. Come down onto my prop. So now, depending on how open your hips are, you may need more or less support for the lower body. So I could take these rolled up blankets up a little closer to my knee, so my legs are going to open wider. I could bring them in closer to my ankles, so my legs aren't open as wide, or depending on what kind of props you've had, you may find you need to double something up to make it a little thicker. So I'm going to come back right back to about where I started. That felt pretty good for where I'm at today. I'm going to bring myself back, and I'm just going to check in and notice again that I feel fully supported and held by my props rather than having a really deep stretch in the hips or the groin. And then as I come back onto my bolster, I'm going to do the same thing for the shoulders. So if I want a more restorative, restful variation, I could actually rest my hands together. I could let them rest on my belly. I could let them rest right in close to my sides. Or if you want a little more stretch and that feels good today, you could start to bring those arms out a little wider to the side. We're going to be here for a few minutes, so making sure that whatever sensation of stretch you found across the fronts of the shoulders feels sustainable. Taking a moment to tune into those spaces where you feel connected to your props, making any little micro adjustments to find more ease, more softness, more relaxation. And restorative yoga, really, we could enjoy the poses for quite a long time. So you could turn off the video, you could set a 5 or 10-minute timer, you could do a guided meditation or some yoga nidra, and really just allow your body to fully rest and renew in this shape. And when you find yourself ready to come out, just do so slowly, mindfully, starting with little bits of movement at the beginning, maybe moving into a big stretch. supporting yourself as you find your way off of your props. I hope you enjoyed that. Have a spectacular day.